So I think this podcast is going to be a unique one. What I think we should talk about on this podcast is like losses and how to overcome them. If I had to give you guys a little tip, a little free chicken, don't let a fucking red trade go green. People are so like, I'm ready to quit my job and start trading full time.
If you don't got the bread, how can you even be greedy? It doesn't make any sense. You're trying to make something out of nothing.
Welcome to the Traders and Haters podcast. It is the worst trading podcast in the entire world. So if you came here for trading and not hating, I suggest you move on. I am here with the one and only Llama, Red Pajama, Sober Pay to Play. He is gay. And to be honest, he pissed me off. I fucked up my whole intro just now. I just fucked up my whole intro just now because
do anything.
No, you pissed me off right before the show started. You fucking pissed me off, and I just fucked up my whole intro right now.
I know you, bro. Hurry your fat ass up and lock in, bro. Do the intro again.
Welcome to the Traders and Haters podcast. It's your boy Thebigdaddymax with the one and only Mr. Sober Pay to Play. It is Traders and Haters episode 16. Llama's gay. You're pissing me off, Llama. Quit fucking me up. You're fucking pissing me off.
Bro, can you focus up?
Can you hit
the button real quick?
Hit the button. No, you know what it is? I know you're doing something with your hands. What are you doing with your what are you doing with your hands right there? I see you. You're like a little. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
You know the rules. You know the rules. First one gets chugged. What the fuck?
Oh, that's nasty. That's nasty. I don't know why you drink, bro. Why you even do any of that? That's nasty. And then you drinking Saratoga Chaser, Saratoga Tracer.
Can't drop the hard R on it. Saratoga.
Saratoga. You can't drop the hard R on the water. Don't cross the line.
I'm very impressed with how good Saratoga was.
Bro, you
I'm
know
not like a spring drinker. I'm more of like a purified guy.
If there ain't bubbles in your water, you're wrong. There better be bubbles in your water. I stole this shit from the Chinese buffet down the street.
I'm not gonna lie. That's a blue one. Yesterday you had a yellow one, and then on Friday you had a red one.
Right.
How many Golden Corrals have you sold them from?
I don't go to Golden Corral. I'm not a fan of Golden Corral. Nah, this is one of the red one. That's the Wing Spot. The green one, that's the Flanagan's. The yellow one is the pizza joint. The blue one is the Asian buffet.
So you just be stealing cups?
I don't steal no cups. I pay for this shit and I walk out with it. I don't steal no cups. They be overcharging me like a motherfucker. Dog, the Chinese buffet, $35 a person. $35 a person. You know I'm walking out of there with a souvenir. Can't be horsing around. That's a lot of money, bro. Bro, listen. I don't need your fucking bullshit right now, Llama. I had the worst day. I don't need your shit right now, all right? I had the worst fucking day.
Talk to me about it, bro. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. So is the other 170 people. Go ahead and talk to us.
Been killing it with the one and done. Shout out Thebigdaddymax. I great job. But you know what? I'm proud of you, but I'm having a fucking terrible day, Llama. Seriously. I don't even want to be here right now, but I have to. Yeah, I had a great day trading, but I popped 5 accounts yesterday on some bullshit, dog. $200 away, bro. I went 8 days in a row without one loss. Not even one trade. I showed the boys my logs. Not even one red trade for 8 days. I was $200 away from getting funded, bro. And if you fucking trade multiple accounts and you leave a micro open while you trade a mini, your accounts are automatically cooked. And I learned that the hard way. 44 out of $45,000. Good to go. Ready for my pro pluses. And I got cooked. I got absolutely cooked. Bro, you wake up and you get those fucking, your account has been deactivated.
Sit your fat ass down.
What the fuck is so funny, dumbass?
How do you do that dumb shit?
Because I be fucking around. You're an idiot. Because you're an idiot. You're the one who's like, I should be trading micros or some shit. And I'm a fucking loser now. No, I'm salty, bro. I woke up. You get the deactivation fucking emails. Trash.
Loser, bro. Yeah, that's a dumbass. I'll tell you one thing. I never done that. Dumbass.
You've done that more than anybody. Fat bitch.
Never have I ever. So you had a micro open and then you opened a mini as well.
No, so what happened was, bro, and this is why I'm so mad at myself. I always slap that gray fucking exit market all button.
15 times.
50 times I slapped the shit out of that fucking exit all button. You can trade micros and minis at the same time on the same account, but you can't do it on multiple accounts. So when you're copy trading, and I had 15 fucking micros open, and I scaled down, I thought I closed them all. I did not. Called hedging. Every prop firm fucking goes against it. So then when I went to go long, I said, I really like the long, breaking the orb, Treasy, future strat number 2. I'm talking full confluence. I'm like, oh, this is easy money. So I'm going long. I'm going to minis. Hit the minis. 2 minis long. Quick 400. I'm out. I'm sitting here feeling hella good. Or it was 500. 500. You're out. Bro, I woke up. Your account's been deactivated. Like,
all of them?
All of them, bro. Just because I was group trading, they counted it's hedging across the board. And you know what? I wasn't a bitch about it. You seen the logs. You said what I seen to the guy. I was like, man, is this a violation if it's multiple accounts? And he's like, yep, can't do that. And I'm like, I'm a fucking idiot. I'm a dumbass. And then he says the customer support reps goes, you'll get it next time. Like, I swear to fucking, you'll get it next time. Oh, you blew 40 or 45K? Huh, you'll get it next time, Chief. Bro, yes, he did. This motherfucker said, you'll get it next time. So I said that to the boys.
You got it this time.
You got it this time. Damn. But you know what?
Oh,
it is what it is, Mama. I did the crime. Right. I paid the time. I did the crime. I do the time. I got to restart. I mean, in my mind, bro, I already got 2 of them halfway funded already back on the 5 ski. So I mean, I'm on some of my best trading is actually when I'm pissed off. You know what's funny is production. You know what, Dave? They said some of my best reactions. Dave said some of my best react videos and some of my best content also comes when I'm a little pissed off. And so sometimes what Nick and them do is they fucking show me a video that pisses me off first to get me a little mad, and then like, no, you lock in and hit me with some ICT videos or some crypto videos, and then they're like, all right, now he's locked in, and then they send me the good ones. So I think on Tilt Max, Angry Max is actually a far superior trader than just regular Max. So I'm glad it happened, to be honest. Well, I'm not glad it happened. I'm a fucking liar. No, I'm pissed off. That's pretty lame. But I did the crime. I do the time. You drive on. There's no reason I'm not going. You guys aren't going to see me on social media crying about it or saying, come on, can you bend the rules for me just this one time? Please. Get real.
I'm an influencer. Please.
Get real. Rules are rules. And if you violate the rules, you get smoked. So, but it is what it is. And now we're back on the grind. I got busted. 5 accounts popped. I'm back on the grind. And I'm excited. Because the last time I did this, what was the last time I popped an account, Llama? Day 1 of Futures 1.
Futures 1.
Yeah. Day 1 of Futures. The last time I popped an account, chat, was in fucking March. The last time I popped an account live was in March on Futures 1. Monday. I'll never forget that junk. First day of class, live trading, Monday morning. I'll go absolutely and nuke a fucking account. Absolutely cooked an account.
That shows like in 5 minutes too. She got nuked.
Yeah. No, I'm not forced to go. I have to go to Pro Pluses on TPT. I'm not allowed to have pro accounts anymore because I've made too much money. I pulled out too much money. When you make a certain threshold of $30,000 in payouts. I think in a certain time frame.
It's like within a
On the
certain time frame.
pros on the pros, I'm no longer allowed to go to pros, straight to pro plus cash accounts. So right, so I'm excited. I'll get it back. I feel good about it. Just under 10,000 on the day today. I'm gonna try and slap a little bit of bangers tomorrow, and I'm feeling good, Llama. I'm feeling good. But you know what? That's what I think. That's why I think we should focus on tonight. We should focus on tonight is like losing, bro. Like I feel like so many people can't do what I did today. So many traders, they get smoked, they get cooked, and like they can't come back and bounce 25% gains in the next day. And they can't, like, it's a mindset thing. Or they do overtrade the next day and get cooked even further. Then they just take the shovel out, dig in your own grave, right? Dig in your own grave. So I think this podcast is going to be a unique one. What I think we should talk about on this podcast is like losses and how to overcome them. I think we should focus on that. Maybe we have a psychology style podcast. You down with that, Llama, or not? You fuck around. You drop some dimes, my boy. You drop some dimes. I know Llama knows his shit. So I think the most important thing for people to realize is just because you had one bad trade doesn't mean you have to blow your account that day. And just because you blew one account doesn't mean you have to nuke 2 or 3 days in a row. And just because you nuke 2 or 3 days in a row doesn't mean you have to think about quitting. You see what I'm saying? You see, it's the snowball effect of negativity that people grow in their minds after one bad relapse of emotional trading. And you don't need to take that snowball effect. You really don't. You could cut that shit off anytime. So I think that's really important. I think that's a big thing that a lot of new traders just fail to realize is like so many people, even Mama D today, we pulled Mama D up on stage and she was like, "Oh, I'm down like, 2,000-3,000 on the account. It's about to pop." And I was like, "No, don't pop that shit. You have more than you think because of the way Funded Future Family has a great fucking drawdown." And then she was like, "Oh shit, I didn't know that." And guess what Mama D said just now in the chat? She brought that shit back to break even from down $2,000, Llama.
Simple.
$2,000. As soon as I told her, you don't need to nuke that account. You got this because that fucking drawdown is so much better than you think on FFF. She was like, "Oh shit, really?" Mama D brought it back 2 bands to break even. And that's the problem that most traders have, bro, is they get in this mindset of like one loss, you start to like, it's like a little demon that takes over your body. And I call the demon is called fuck it. That fuck it starts to take over. One loss, a little bit of fuck it starts to creep out of your chest. 2 losses, oh, I'm fucking like ripping with the fuck it. The fuck it is just taking over. 3 losses, and that account's only $1,000 away from popping. The fuck it is like it looks like Venom. You ever seen the movie Venom, Llama? My boy Venom just takes over his body.
I've been
That's
there, bro.
the fuck it takes over, bro. The fuck it takes over, and the fuck is just like, "I'm going long 5 cons."
And it's like impossible to stop because there's really no finishing point. It's always like, all right, let me recover the last loss. And then you recover and you're like, let me just get back to even on the day. And then you're like, all right, let me get green on the day. And then you just blow the account.
And then you're smoked again, bro. And then you're smoked again. All that emotional shit. And then most people, the first thing is one, I'll tell you guys this. If I had to give you guys a little tip, a little free chicken, a lot of traders blow their accounts. This is going to be a shocker. Because y'all fucking average into losers so fast and you DCA in a trade so fast. If you're on a 50K prop firm account, you need, what is it, $2,000 to blow that account, Llama? Bro, that means with one mini,
100 points.
You got to let that bitch run 100 points. 100 points, you got to hold a loser. The second but this is the problem right here. The second that shit drops 20 points, It's real easy to what? Let me tap that. Let me
Yeah.
tap that. Let me tap that button again real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Now it only takes 50 points to blow my account. That shit drops another 10, and then you see one little wick up or one little candle up, and you're like, okay, I'm going in. Let me tap that button one more time. I'm just gonna get to break even. Next candle drop, and you just hold it like a fucking frozen, like I can't do nothing. 50 just dropped to 25. That 30-point move just went 10 more points. Pop. And people DCA and the loser so fucking hard that fuck it takes over. I'm
Mm-hmm.
down 10 points. 1 mini's not enough. I better go to 4.
I mean, bro, I see it all the time, bro. Like, I think I had posted a video today, and people were like, "Oh, how are you content with what you make off of micros?" And I'm like, "What do you mean? How am I content? Like, where are you making $200-300 in 20 minutes from? Like, I don't understand. Like, why are you not content? Why do you want to scale in so heavy on such a small account? It just doesn't make any sense. A lot of people have so much they put too much stress on their account, and this is one of the reasons I fell in love with futures was the fact that the accounts are so cheap and you can copy trade them. So
Yep.
now instead of putting so much stress on one account and going 5-10 minis on one account, I could just put one mini per account times 5, and I'm like I don't have a lot of stress on the account, and you
Right.
catch a big bag. Like so many people are just trying to chase big profits. It doesn't make any
It
sense.
doesn't
Like
make any sense,
if I'm
bro.
not
I don't
chasing
get it.
big profits, you shouldn't be chasing big profits.
You know what's crazy to me too? Like people in the trading world, Llama, they get sucked up into thinking what we do is fucking normal. Like
It's not.
they think what we do is fucking normal. Like this is
Yeah.
so abnormal. Like you cannot like when I tell people I lost my accounts at $44,000 profit, you tell a normal person that and they're like, you made 44 G's in 8 days? And it's like, yeah, it could have been. And I'm sitting there like, yeah, it should have been 4 days. And they're like, they don't know how to comprehend that shit. And a perfect example, I told Llama this earlier. One of my homeboys called me up. Big Daddy Joe called me up. Big Daddy Joe is fucking loaded. Big Daddy Joe and his wife do very well. She's a partner at a very large law firm. His wife's a badass. His family owns one of the largest roofing companies in South Florida. A couple side hustles. He owns a couple businesses, a couple real estate property. They got bread. They got their bread. He calls me up today and he's like, "Yo, I want to talk to you about you the content you're doing." And he said, "I seen a video you did with this black girl. She made like $1,600 in like a minute or something." He goes, "That's real?" And I'm like, yeah, it's pretty good." And he goes, "So like how much money would I need to throw in to make like 50 bands a month?" And I'm like, 50,000 a month? That's I don't know, like a lot. And he's like, "But I want to use my own cash. I don't want to buy one of these accounts. I want to use my own cash." I'm like, "Well, you might need like a 250,000, 300,000, and you gotta hit like every day." And he goes, "Oh damn." He's like, 50,000 for the month sounds nice. And I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, this dude is doing so well, but he's still sitting here watching a fucking trader scalp futures, and he's like, "That's crazy kind of money. I want that kind of money."
Yeah.
And this dude is fucking rich, and he's looking at a reaction video, and he's sitting here saying, "Oh, that's crazy money. I want to do that." And
Yeah.
and here we are, normal people, not rich, normal people. Here we are trading, and we're sitting here thinking, I need to make that kind of money, 50,000 a month. If it's not 50,000 a month, it's fucking dog shit. If I'm not making $2,000 a day, I'm a terrible trader. It's like, bro, like you don't need
I
to
think
do all that.
I think what it is that so many people get they're like very accustomed. They like what's it called? Where like you lose sense of like reality. Like you see this guy that's loaded is like he's
Delusional.
astounded by some girl making 1,600 in a day, but then there's people here up 1,000, 2,000 that don't even have like 5K in their savings that are like, oh, this isn't enough. Like, what do you mean it's
Yeah.
not enough? Like you don't
Oh,
even have it in your savings, and you're like you think it's not enough. Like I don't understand.
you don't even have that kind of money in your bank account, dog. And you're talking
Yeah.
about trash ass day. I'm only up 800. Don't know how
Right.
I'm gonna pay my bills this week, but
Right.
this
But
eval is
that's
looking
what I'm
good.
saying. I have, bro,
Yeah.
in all of 2025, in the past almost 6 months, in the past 5 months, I haven't touched minis. I've only been trading micros. Obviously, there's days where I go heavy and I'll drop 30, 40 micros, but they're still micros.
Right.
And I'll tell you one thing. I've been consistently putting in almost 5 figures a week, like weekly. And it's just off the micros, just scaling 5 accounts and taking, if I can even make $300-400 per account for the day, we're talking about 2K, we're talking about 1,500 for the day. If I have those days where I make 1,000 per account, like that type of shit can happen.
Right.
But people are trying to chase that that overnight. Like, I need that overnight payout. I need that like, I'll tell everyone here, and this is gonna be hard to believe. $5,000, $10,000 is not gonna change your fucking life. It's not gonna change your fucking life.
People
So
think
don't try to chase that shit. Like, do not try to change that shit, because $5,000, $10,000 is not gonna change your life. Maybe it'll change the situation for a week, but 5-10K disappears fast. Like, you know what's crazy, Max? I downloaded this app called Rocket Money, which we might actually get sponsored by that, because I seen they do that. And I don't have bills. I don't know if I've told you this, Max. I have no bills. My car's fully paid off. My car's fully paid off. My apartment's fully paid off. I somehow am still spending $10,000 to $20,000 a month. How? I don't know. I personally don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, for these people, for these people that think that they're gonna, like, I need this 5-10K payout, I need this big ass payout. For what?
Right.
Like, it's not gonna change your life. You're trying to rush your process.
This month, I can tell you right now, this month I've spent $3,333.49, and that includes Mother's Day presents. So I'm feeling pretty damn good about my month. I'm $3,300. I live very, very much well within my means. You know that, Llama.
That's crazy.
I'm not like one of these fancy people.
You spent
Yeah, I'm
3
not a
months
fancy person. Yeah, I make 6 figures, and I try and keep my bills to like 4,000 or 5,000 a month, if I can, as low as possible. I live very much within my figures, and that's another psychology piece that people are so like, I'm ready to quit my job and start trading full time. Like, I'm ready to fucking give up on my consistent income so I could trade full time. It's like, bro, that's the dumbest shit you can do. That's the dumbest shit, bro. I didn't take the leap of faith into full-time trading until I had made my yearly salary in a month 3 times in a row. And I had enough money to cover all of my expenses for like 2 fucking years. Back when I was options buying, I made like 350,000 from December 2019 to March 2020. I made like 300 something thousand. And that's when I quit my job. I was contracting at my father-in-law's roofing company in South Florida. I was working at the roofing company, and he pulled me in the office, and he was giving me a promotion. My father-in-law, he was giving me a promotion. He's like, I gotta, bro, he was giving me a promotion, Llama. He's like, you've been doing good. I'm gonna let this other guy go. You're gonna take his role. You're gonna get a lot more bigger jobs, a lot more commission. You're gonna have to work a little bit more. And I told him, I said, actually, I'm sorry to let you know, but I'm actually here to put my 2 weeks in. And he was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I'm like, I gotta put my. He lives. What the fuck are you talking about? I said, I'm sorry, I gotta put my 2 weeks in. I hit him with the coldest line I've ever said. And my father-in-law is very successful. He's my mentor to this day. I listen to everything he says. I truly believe this. I'm not spiritual or religious or anything, but I truly believe if I go against my mentor's motherfucking advice, my father-in-law, if he tells me that's a bad idea, I wouldn't do it, and I go against it, I truly believe the most terrible thing's going to happen, because I went against his advice 2 times, and I lost everything on one of them, and I got fucked up on the second one. So I'm like, you know what? I tell Amanda all the time, I'm like, babe, whatever your dad says, we're fucking doing it. We're doing it. Like, I don't care what we got to do. He's right. You know what I'm saying? And so I looked him dead in his eye while I'm at the office. I said, actually, I'm sorry to let you know. I said, but this trading thing is going really good for me. I'm working with this old company, and the company I was working with at the time, they're like trying to start paying me. I was becoming like their head analyst. I'm like, damn, well, not analyst. I'm a fucking fat idiot, but like their head alert caller in Discord. And then I looked him dead in his eyes and I said, John, I said, you are the most successful person I know. And if I want to be you, I can't work for you. And I quit. And he just was like, all right. He's like, all right.
Gotta respect that.
And yep, I said, I want to be you. I want 20 million. I want the fucking Bentley. I want it all. I want the big house, the big family. I want it all. I said, and if I'm gonna be you, I can't work for you no more. And I didn't make it the 2 weeks. I actually got COVID really bad like 3 days later. Yeah, I got COVID really bad. And he was like, "You got COVID?" I said, "Yeah." And he's like, "Don't come back here." He's like, "You're done. I'll pay you out through the rest of the month." Yeah, he was like, "I'll pay you out through the rest of the month. If you need disability or not, if you want to file unemployment, I don't care. Go for it." And I was like, "I love you."
Thanks, pops. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
in hindsight, and if I wish I could have been like, one day I'm gonna marry your daughter and put a baby in that.
Right.
He would have been like, "Get the fuck out of my office, you sick fat prick." No, but that mindset, bro, that mindset from day one, like even then, like there's so many levels to it. I'm like, I knew if I had to get to that level, I couldn't be under that. I couldn't be under it, no more. Absolutely not. And then that leads me into like, y'all are violating these rules. Like me and Llama, we put out rules every single day. We talk shit. Like, I mean, on and done, fuck, nigga. We got rules that we follow. Right. Today, of course, I was tilted. I was trading. You guys saw my chart. I was showing off and I had a great time. I made 10 grand today. But my own students, y'all have been fucking violating the rules. And I created a blueprint. I created a blueprint on how to get paid from prop firms. Literally, how to beat a prop firm. And I put the psychology on the map. Yet, all these people are still blowing the rules and the guidelines. And that comes from discipline. Lack of discipline. You guys want the blueprint how to get paid out? You got to pay to play. You want to check out the course? That's on you. Mastermind, pay to play university. What are you stuck on? Lego you?
That Lego me is crazy.
It'd be crazy. You got a custom Lego of yourself one day.
Bro, that one's tough. All right, my bad.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good. I seen you just got distracted. I was like, what's distracting his big ass? What the fuck?
Crazy.
Okay, Lego Max is kind of fire. Lego Max is kind of fire. Yo, can they make a Lego version? Imagine if we had a Lego version of us, like a cartoon. That'd be kind of crazy. You taking another shot?
Yeah, that was fire. I'm not gonna lie.
You're an idiot. But yeah, I popped my shit for hedging and
accidental hedging.
Accidental hedging. If y'all are struggling in the chat, live audience, we got 220 something people here in the live audience. Who's hurting? Who's hurting right now? Who fucked up and like what was the reason? Who's hurting right now? I know there's a lot of traders that are hurting. They're fucked up. What's going on? Overtrading, revenge trading. Yeah, let's bring someone up. Why have y'all been getting smoked? Let's bring somebody up.
If you're here, I know you love the orb as much as I do. And that's why we came out with the Max Options Trading Orb Indicator with a little bit of Max's sauce so you can get the best entry possible. Check out the Max Options Trading Orb Indicator today.
What's good, boys?
Billy, how are you?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Very good. Brother. Welcome to Traders and Haters, baby. So what's going on, Millie? You're in the chat all damn day. We see you all the time.
Yeah.
I see your name fly by the chat all the time, acting crazy, embracing the wild environment we've created here at Max Options Trading. So what's going on with your trading?
I'm trying to learn futures, man. I've been trading Forex a couple years, was doing some swing trading. Been funded multiple times in the Forex markets, but Forex prop firms are just a fucking sham. They'll find any reason not to pay you out. And so I just kind of got sick of that and started wanting to get into the futures game. They just got so much more trusted firms and access to capital and a little bit cheaper too, like
Millie,
100 grand or so.
Millie, can you drop your camera a little bit? I cannot see you. There you go. Yeah, appreciate that.
Is that better?
Yeah. Just
It's
a
it's
little
on
bit.
my phone. It's on a stand, so it's like,
Yeah, we
It's one
just
of those
cannot.
angled stands. Yeah.
Yeah, we need it a little bit lower if possible. Perfect, right there.
that better?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yo, I just gotta say, I love that you guys are in Florida and hockey fans. I'm from Edmonton, so looking forward to seeing you in the finals. Good luck tonight.
What is that,
Hey,
Canada?
look, Edmonton. Yeah, that's way. Edmonton is the farthest you can get from Florida. When Florida played Edmonton in the Stanley Cup last year, it was the furthest finals ever. They were like 4,200 miles apart.
Fuck.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So traveling back and forth all the way to a game 7 was wild. Yeah, Florida Panthers tonight, baby, and Edmonton versus Dallas is going to be a wildly good series.
Yeah,
And
man. It's gonna be some good games,
that's
and
going to be some
I would
good
love a
games.
rematch. Can't lie.
I wouldn't want to play the Cats right now, but that's just me.
Well, I'd like a chance, man. That's
Go
for sure.
Cats, go Cats, go, baby. So what? Let's get back to your trading here. You move from
Yeah.
Forex, into futures.
I
Now,
still trade forex,
you
but
still trade
I'm
Forex.
trying to learn futures. Yeah.
Have you tried one of these 10x accounts from Hero?
No. I've been using Funded Family and TPT.
That's
Oh, you already
futures.
transitioned.
So you transition on futures.
Well, no, I mean I haven't been paid by anybody. I've got
But
some
you're
founder
trading.
accounts that I
You've
haven't
already
gotten
traded.
funded. I did get funded by Apex, but the trailing drawdown.
Got you.
It's tough. If
Man,
you can get,
Apex is just, I mean, I know you guys work with them, but man, I don't like their system. So yeah, I'm going to try Funded Family Futures. I just got a couple evaluations and
right,
I got a
FFF is
TPT.
FFF is one of the best firms out with their rules. It is so trader good, so trader
Yeah,
friendly, and they have new plans coming out that. Where do you guys see these things? I'm sure that's going to be game changing, very trader favorable. Trailing drawdowns very hard. Apex is very hard, but I've been telling people a long time. If you can get funded with Apex, you can get
yeah,
funded anywhere. And
but
if you can get paid
that's
out with
true.
Apex, you can get paid out anywhere. The biggest thing with Apex is that you have to have the discipline to see green and take green.
And take
Take
green.
profit
And a
quick,
lot of
man.
people don't understand the concept of see green and take green. Now, I got paid out last year with Apex. I made more money that were from Apex last year than anyone. I got 24 payouts with Apex last year. I
Damn.
smoking it. And that now, when you think about
Are you
every
trading those?
you can only get a payout every 2 weeks. So you think about
Yeah.
how crazy that is. But
And
what
their
I
first payouts are only like 50%, and then it just
wasn't even
keeps scaling
50%.
up.
I had 50K accounts. The most I could take was like 1,000, and then it would go
So
to like
2 grand,
2,500,
on a
and then
50K.
right, and then after my third payout, they allowed me to go uncapped.
Right.
Which even then, I was not going uncapped. I wasn't like taking the most out. I would take like 500 to 1,000 because of the trailing. You can get a buffer on the fundeds. So you
Right.
really need to grow a buffer on the fundeds to have that long-term success. And I was smoking Apex last year, but I think because I was trading Apex last year so much and getting funded and getting paid out, now I'm absolutely dominating fucking Take Profit and Funded Futures Family and all these other good firms, right? There's so many good firms, and now I'm smoking them. And I feel like having that tight risk management where you have to, see green, take green. Never
Right.
let a green trade go red. Like the name of the game, and I can't stress this enough. There's so many like principles that of psychology for trading, but I could tell you right now, one of the core four, if you want to be a successful trader, is to remove the risk from the trade as fast as possible. What
Right.
we're doing is risky, and that risk blows your accounts. That
Right.
risk causes you to lose money. That's the risk. The reward portion is that's your reward. You made a good trade, you being rewarded. It's with money or a lesson. But if you learn how to remove the risk from your trade as fast as possible. And I learned this from being an options buyer. I used to use a risk reduction method. And my risk reduction method was I would buy 10 contracts and I would take one off the table at 10% right away. I would take two off the table at 13%, and I would take 5 or 8 off the table at 20%.
Smart.
and go to 9 at 30%. And I would remove the risk as soon as possible. And then I would let that one runner run. The contract was totally free. And using that system, learning, understanding, can you back up a little bit? We can't see you. Oh, sorry about that. But with
You're good.
using that understanding, like, okay, with futures, the reason I came into the futures world and I came off hot right off the jump and I was profitable right from the get-go was one of the core four for me was removing risk as soon as possible. How many times in the morning show do you hear me say putting my stop at break even, putting my stop
all
at
the time,
all day long? I'm like a broken record. Even today, I'm going to let this one. I'll let this one breathe a little bit because the risk to reward is different. But you
Right.
always, if you guys go back on YouTube and you go check out those morning shows, I can't tell you how many times you're going to hear me say, move my stop to break even, move my stop to break even, move, because that is one of the core pillars of being a successful futures trader. Move your stop, not, and if it's not move your stop to break even, remove the risk from the trade. If you have
Take it off
zero
the table.
risk, your R multiple is called infinity. Infinity. The risk, the reward then is up to you. And guess what? A break-even trade is a winning trade. And that's a lot of people don't understand that concept. They don't
Be
get
able
it.
to handle those BEs and then just kind of wait for the ones that are going to run. That
Right. Because if
yeah,
you're
people
confident,
struggle with.
right. If you're confident in your system like I am, and you know, in the site,
But
the
that's
confidence that I
exactly
have.
it. That's what it takes. I find so many people trade without a system, and
Right.
they're just taking a little bit here, a little bit there, but they don't have a plan. Like they don't actually have a trading plan. And I think that's where the problems stem. And then it's all behavioral from there. It's just behavior.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
And
That's
having
like
that
the importance of knowing like how to read price action. I feel like people go past how to actually read price action and kind of ignore that. And that's where you get to understand how to start adjusting your stop loss. Like once you see price action starting to move accordingly, you should be cutting your stop in half, going break even, trailing into profit. Like all of that is like, it's not as teachable as people like, bro, mentees always ask me, how do I know when to go break even, this and that? It's not a black and white answer. I can't just tell you when
There's
you see this, you do this.
learn.
It's you learning the actual price action of what is happening, and then you know how to start adjusting and managing your trade. It's not a black and white answer. And a lot of people do ask for that. They ask for a black and white answer. And I'm like, I can't just tell you if you see 6 points, go break even. Like, that's not how this works. Every trade is different.
I saw a video
unfortunately,
today.
objectivity is difficult in trading. There's just always, a little bit of subjectivity, and then that comes with experience.
Right. Oh, 100%. I saw a video today, Lama. It was actually really funny. I was going to send it to you. It was this guy. It's like the video pops up and it's like, I paid this dude $4,000 for this. And it's like a coach and he's with his people. And he's like, the guy asked him a question. He goes, I can't teach you that. That's for you to learn. And he's like, I just paid this guy $4,000. And all he's been saying is, that's not for me to teach you. You gotta learn that. And it's like you
Feeling bad.
Yeah,
I be feeling bad when I get asked those questions because I tell them like I wish I could answer this for you, but I can't. Like I really can't just tell you when you see 10 points or when you get 1R, you go break even because every trade's different. The risk is always going to be different every single trade. And people don't understand that. They want
But see, that's
something
where
so
I'm a little
perfect.
bit struggling. I do like I definitely am I'm trying to decide because I have an ICT background. I'm trying to decide which course to take. I didn't really want to drop the 2,500 yet on F1, but I might. But like my gold trading strategy is pretty much like 99% objective. I have my rules, I have my areas of interest, I have my entry criteria, and that's it. But I can hold those trades. I can hold those trades overnight. I can hold those trades for days or whatever it is. Where with futures, I'm not quite there yet, so I don't know exactly. I'm not used to taking profits that way and mitigating my risk that way. So it's been interesting, man. That's all I can say. Like I'm not a scalper, but I'm learning. And
it's quick
yeah.
game. Yeah, we
Oh,
got
it's
futures.
quick, man.
Futures. I mean, you could be a swing trader, but after 6 p.m., in 15 minutes, and then you got to swing the overnight session. But with futures, there's with forex too. I mean, there's just no give. I mean, you pick the wrong direction when you're swing trading overnight, and you're cooked. You know,
Yeah.
is those movements, especially
But
if you put it
still,
up.
like I have my strategy. It is what it is. It's a 15-minute time frame strategy. I use the 1-minute charts for my entry criteria, and that's it. And once I enter a trade, it's a set and forget, and that's it. And so if I win, I get 3R. If I lose, I go -1, and that's it. I just trade that way. I got like a 65% win rate.
And that's
I still
profitability,
do
right?
that.
Right, and that's
Like I
part of your system. I mean, that's part of the system. Like, and having your trading plan, like if you're a risk to reward multiple trader, I know very successful are multiple traders. One of the
right.
best that I know, Rake, my buddy Rake. Jake is
Yeah, Jake. Yeah. Rate
Jake
trades. Yeah,
Ritchie.
for sure.
Jake Ritchie, shout out my boy Rake Trades. Rake is just a our multiple trader. He has
Right.
his system. He's got his level system. He does this whole
Right.
thing, but his big focus is our multiple, and he straight up just knows if I'm profitable or if I'm winning more than I'm losing, and my R
Right.
multiple is this,
You're set.
I'm like the math is math, and I'm gonna be
Math
profitable.
is math and
Right,
hard, baby.
right. And
Yeah.
that takes a lot of the emotion and the shit out of it. That
Right.
absolutely takes a lot of the shit out of it for you. So I
But the
think that's a
funding
huge
in
thing.
Forex is not available like it is in futures. Like that's the
Right.
fucking problem because you can't trust these motherfuckers. Like all of these Forex prop guys, PFT, I don't want to list a whole bunch of names, but like Funded Trader and all these guys, it's all just a scam. They will find any fucking reason not to pay you.
Right. Check
They
out
can.
yeah, that I mean that's one of the biggest problems with the Forex world. And the reason I only mess with
Exactly.
Hero, the only reason I mess with Hero FX now as my only Forex affiliate is because Llama and I have a very personal relationship. Like we are friends with the owners. And
Right.
we are friends with the staff. We know them. They've done
That
good
makes it
by the
easier.
traders.
Yeah.
They've done good by the traders, and because it's a very shit world, and we're not going to risk what we're building here to partner with some fucking shady ass forex firm. Like
Exactly.
that's never going to happen, never.
Right.
And so I mean, and that's why maybe check out Hero and that 10x account shit they got going on. It's
Yeah,
prop like
maybe I will, but like I'm super interested in what you guys do. I love the way you trade. The other thing I don't like about it's not that I don't like it, it's that being out of a trade just puts your mind at ease. And I love that about the way that both you guys trade because you're in and out. And like I'm like when I try to sleep at night and I'm holding an intraday or a day trade or
Sleep.
whatever it is, like I struggle. You know what I mean?
right,
Like I'm
yeah,
holding on to a trade that I'm risking 2 grand in. And like I'm like,
but you
I
just said
just
it. You just said it. You're risking 2 grand, so you know the
yeah.
outcome. So why are you bugging? And you know what that?
Well,
So I'm
I'm
gonna give
not
you
bugging,
my
dude. It's like subconscious, man. Like my body's just like when there's something on the table there, I just
right,
feel like I would do better in a
right.
in a strategy like the way that you guys trade. I just find it, like alluring. Like I want to learn how to get in and out and what you guys are doing.
Well,
Because
I'll tell you
it,
something.
man, to
I'll tell
trade in the morning, like
right.
I'm 2 hours behind you guys. I'm like the same time as Colorado, but
I'll tell you
to
right
be
now.
like
Go ahead.
7:30 to 8:30, dude, 1 hour trading like you guys do, and then be done. Fuck, that's a
The best.
dream.
It's the best, and it's possible for everybody. And that's just
Yeah,
us scalping strategies. I mean, obviously, I sell options too, and
right,
that lasts till 4 p.m. And I hit
right.
my options today. But listen, I have a very nice sized account on options selling, and I only made $159 every. I make about 150 bucks a day, and I'm
Hey,
so
knock 'em out.
content with that. Right? I'm so
Yeah,
content with that small amount. And why I'm telling you that is like I'm not gonna risk a lot, and I'm gonna give you some sauce here. I'm gonna give you some sauce. This is normally
hit me with the
something.
sauce, Maxi.
I'm going to tell you this is something I say to my students a lot, a real lot. It's definitely in a lot of my coursework and part of Max's psychology, where I always talk about over trading, oversizing your
Hmm.
emotional management, your risk management, and your size management is exactly the same thing when it comes to trading. So you
Right.
said that your $2,000 risk is subconsciously pulling out an emotional response. You're like, I don't know why, but I feel like I'm checking my
It's
phone. I'm
fucking my
bugging, right?
sleep up.
It's fucking my sleep up. So your emotional management, right, is the same exact thing as your risk management. So if
Right.
you lessen your risk, you're going to lessen that emotional awareness. And how I use the example for my students is I always tell them, listen, if you're swinging one micro contract, that
Hmm.
is $2 per point, and you go down 100 fucking points, that's $200. A lot of us won't care about one micro, right? We don't care at
Right.
fucking all. If you were to swing 0.01 of a lot,
would you be able to sleep that night? You wouldn't give a fuck about. You would
Of course,
literally not
that's
even
too
care.
little though.
Right, right. So that's too little. So that
It's the
means
sweet spot, right?
your emotional management and size management is too small because your risk management is too small. You need to find that perfect middle ground where, okay, $2,000 is too much. I'm getting an emotional response. My risk management is too large. The size is too large, but and I need to fix this. So where for Millie between $100 and 2,000, you need to figure this out. I can't teach you this. You need to figure this out. You need to figure it out. Where is because everyone's risk management is different. Where
Right.
is that perfect middle where you're not emotional, but your risk is solid and your sizing feels good? Like, I feel good about this trade. It should feel good to enter a trade, and you should know I'm going to win 100% of my trades that I take, because why else would I jump in a trade? If you have a
Yeah.
problem swing trading the 2K size, it's just real simple. I don't know if anyone's told you this before. Then don't fucking do it. Stop
Right.
swing trading. Swing trade. Take that 2K, that 3-1 risk to reward, and wait for your setup in the morning. So I mean,
Right.
it's if that's your biggest issue. I mean, if you literally are losing sleep, and you got to get the hell off the swing trading, right? Like, now I started
Yeah.
my career off as a swing trader, and I would
Right.
swing 20 to 40,000 per options trade, and I didn't care. I didn't care. But back
You go
then,
to
but
bed with
now,
open positions and sleep
listen,
like a bear, or what?
yeah, I literally didn't give a fuck. And now I can't do it. My anxiety and the way I
Right.
trade and my mentality from 7.5
Right.
years ago is different. I'm a different
Right.
person, and I
Right.
literally cannot swing trade anymore. I can't do it.
Yeah.
I'm because it fucks with me. And guess what? I haven't swing trade
Like, I
in
started
over
as
a
an
year.
actual swing trader. Like, I read the daily and the 4-hour chart.
Right.
Now my system is based on like daily bias, but I use the 15-minute structure like
Right.
to find my entries.
Well,
So
you
yeah,
need,
it's the same, man. I mean, it's very similar, where I started out and I was doing that and it meant nothing to me at that point. I was solid. But now in my life where I'm at, I just want to be in and out of positions. That's it.
that's
Like, I
it.
just want to be in and out and no stress. And that's why, I definitely am going to be taking a look at Futures One or Mastermind or Llama's
Yeah. Listen,
course.
we're not here to push courses, but I'll tell you right now,
I know that.
one of the core pillars, if you're messing with APAC, I'll tell you right now, for all futures traders, I just told you, two of the big things we covered, two of the big ones. Don't let a fucking red trade go green. Risk management is everything. And then number two, if you are getting an emotional response from your trading, that's because you're sized too heavy. And if
Right.
you can't sleep because of your swing trading, then stop fucking swing
Swing
trading.
trading.
Simple as that, baby. Millie, start
Yeah,
implementing those three things. You got a
I will,
good
bro.
head on your shoulders, bro. You seem like you're right there. And get to work, my guy. Get
You
to
know it,
work.
baby.
And guess what?
Time to get.
The
What's
Florida
that?
Panthers are going to beat Edmonton again in the Stanley Cup Finals. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. I'm telling you guys, go Cats, go. So you think you were gonna fucking cheer for Edmonton up here? That was pretty solid, Llama. I ain't gonna lie. Llama, you know what I want now? I want Llama to drop some dimes. I fucking love when Llama drops some dimes. I gave two. If I had to put a core four, we appreciate you, Millie. A core four, I'd say I covered two of them right there, Llama. Remove risk as soon as possible. Risk reduction is everything. And emotional management is the same exact thing as size management, is the same thing as risk management. It's all the same thing. People just think it's all this different stuff. But if you can remove the risk from your trade, you're removing the emotion from your trade. And if you're too emotional entering the trade, then you're oversized in the fucking trade. And that's how easy it can be. It can be that easy, bro. And then they get tied to the money. But if I size down, I'm not going to make $1 million this week. It's like, statistically, you're not going to make $1 ever. So shouldn't you be happy with the little bit that you are getting?
A lot of people aren't, bro. A lot of people aren't content, bro. Like, and I get it, because I've always said one of my biggest flaws is being content, but it's different when I get into trading. I'm content with my trades, and a lot of people here are trying to chase money, and I keep telling them you need to chase discipline, like I said, me and Max do two different things. Max gets into trades thinking he already won. I get into trades being comfortable with my loss.
I
So
know
now
that I won.
Now it's about knowing how much am I comfortable losing every time. And it's because I come from a gambling background. Every time I put money on the table, I'm comfortable losing that money every time. Every time I play a blackjack hand, I'm comfortable losing that hand. It's very simple. So I
hate
brought the same thing into trading where whatever I'm risking, whatever dollar amount I'm risking, I'm comfortable losing it every single time. So for me, and I'm gonna give you all this free chicken, is that how I learned how to pass these props is I came with a very solid system. I risk 0.5% of the account on a 150K account is $750. With 5 micros, that's 300 ticks. I already know I can go in 10 to 15 to 20 sometimes with still only risking 0.5%.
Right.
So if I lose, I don't even know, 3 trades in a row, I'm still only down 1.5%. But if I win 3 trades, I'm already up almost 4.5%. You know, if it is a 1 to 3 RR minimum, which is like the minimum I do, I a lot of my trades are risk to reward, and I typically have like a 1 to 5, 1 to 6. I pull out a 1 to 10 sometimes. These big ass trades, and I just make sure that I don't try to put too much stress on the account. A lot of people are just sticking random contract sizes in, not knowing how to even do the simple math of what am I even risking here. And then before even knowing the risk management part, they don't even know the structure.
That's so, bro. What you just said, I guarantee you, so many people don't realize the mathematics behind what they're actually doing. Like I was saying earlier, bro. Like, okay, if I enter these 10 micros, right, and I got a daily drawdown, and I scale to 20, like, do you know the number that your account is popped? Like, do you know the risk to reward? Do you know any of that?
No, they have no idea, and that's what I'm saying is that most people get into trades and they don't even know how much they're risking on the trade. And then to top it off, they don't even know how to read structure, so they still don't even know where to place a stop loss.
Right.
So what I tell all my mentees, which I'm going to give you all some free sauce again, this is what I tell all my students, is before you even consider getting into a trade, the first thing you need to find is obviously where you would enter at. From there, the most important thing is where would your stop loss be? Where's the trade incorrect at? Now, where can the trade go to? From there, once you figure out entry, stop loss, TP, then you can say, what's the risk to reward on that? Like this morning, I was interested in the sells, but I didn't like the risk to reward. I was interested in the buys, but I didn't like the risk to reward. So I sat out of the buys and the sells, and we chopped for 2 hours straight.
Right.
So I avoided the bullshit.
This was a tough day for a lot of traders, even though we were cooking. You know, some people are getting smoked. And that's one of the things. Something you just said also I want to touch on, and it's so important, is so many traders think that they have the same setup for their entries, and then they enter with the same risk to reward. That is so wrong as a trader. How many of you in the chat, I trade 1 mini on a 50K account, and on every entry I'm trading 1 mini or 5 micros? How many of you enter the same trade because you say, oh, I only trade 5 micros, or I only trade 1 mini per account, or something like that? How many of y'all do that? You don't go and change the number at all. So many traders. And I am here to tell you, if no one's told you, that is wrong. Not every trade, not one trade is the same. You need to adjust your risk to reward based on the setup. If I see future strat 1 lining up with future strat 2, lining up with a future strat 3 and a treasy, I'm going to go 3 to 5 minis, because the risk to reward there for me is phenomenal, is out of this world. But if I see choppy price action like today, where we can't even hold orb and it's just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Y'all saw me trading. I was sticking to my 2-3 cons, and what was I doing? Scaling out real quick, because I don't want to be in the same risk to reward on a day like today where wick action was better than price action, than where I see my A++ max you're going to get paid setup. And y'all need to understand that.
today a lot of people were like, "Oh, I'm gonna we're catching small trades, so I'm gonna size up." No, that's not what you're supposed to do when the PA is shitty, when the price action is shitty, you don't size up. Just because the trades are smaller, at the end of the day, it was a choppy day where we didn't have extra confluence. You only size up when you have extra confluence.
Right.
Not on a shitty day like today.
No.
Today was shitty.
No. Today was tough. Today was very tough. I made it out obviously almost 10 grand in profit, but it was a hard day. I can see why a lot of traders got smoked. I can absolutely tell. Then now what happens? Comparison, right? And then that like, wait a minute, Max is doing it. Why can't I do it? Now here comes the oh, and the worst part. How many of you guys have played catch up? I'm down 500. Max or someone else is up 500. I need to catch up. I need to go from red to break. Like Llama said earlier, I need to go from red to break even, and I need 500 too. I need 500 too. Well, guess what? I got almost 8 years. Guys, August is going to be 8 years of experience under my belt trading full time for income. 8 years under my belt. Not a lot of people in the chat have me beat. Not a lot of people in the chat or in this whole Discord have me beat. There is a few. There's definitely a few, but not a lot. And so if you're sitting here watching an 8-year professional, you think you can come out of fucking college and do what a neurosurgeon can do on someone's brain? Hell nah. You think you can go straight out of law school and go fucking defend OJ Simpson the way fucking Robert Kardashian did? Hell nah.
Not OJ.
Not OJ. You think you can fucking come out of whatever 9-to-5 job you have and you think you can sit down in front of a computer and trade like Max? Hell nah. Maybe Llama.
Definitely not me.
Not me. No, I'm just kidding.
Definitely not me.
That's one of the other things. That's another big one is, obviously we know all the regular emotions. Who's struggling in the chat with emotions? Like who's struggling with just the emotional aspect? Who's having a hard time just like fucking greed, fear, and hope? Who is having just getting cooked by themselves right now? Llama, let's get one of these people up here. Who's wealth builder? Bring him up.
This guy Yuck keeps saying, let me talk to everybody. He wants to give out chicken, bro. I think we bring him up. He's trying to give out chicken.
Yeah, who? Yuck, no thanks? Bro, he's been with me for so long. I can't even tell you. Yuck, how long have you been with MOT? We got both of them up here.
Yeah.
Let's talk to them both. What's going on? Wealth.
On the roof.
What's on your ceiling, player?
Yeah, you're muted, Bucko.
Yeah, you gotta call your landlord. That's crazy.
Wait. Chill. So I tried to do like a cloud, like little challenge from TikTok and put the clouds onto my ceiling. And I had, it was bad. It was bad. But yeah, nice to meet y'all. Well, all right, I've been in y'all channel for a while, but it's good to see y'all.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Yuck, how long have you been in the chat?
I mean, damn, bro. I don't know. Before you went to
Whoa.
South Detroit.
South Detroit. Okay.
Yeah. We don't talk about any other. Yeah, we're gonna put an edit there. We don't talk about South Detroit. Nobody wants to go in South Detroit.
Heard my bad.
So both of you guys are struggling with emotions. You guys are having a hard time with the emotional side of trading, and that's greed, fear, and hope. And so what happens is greed, of course, happens when I think I just need a little bit more. I need a little bit more. That's your green trades. You're like, I need more. And then it starts coming down. And then instead of taking the green, you just hold that fuck. And now it turns to red. And you're like, okay, once it goes back to 2,000, then I'll take it. But it never goes back. That's greed. And then fear, that's your red trades. Or that's your green trades where you're just taking profit hella quick. You're taking profit in 10, 15 seconds. You're like, bang, 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 bang. I saw 100. I got to take it because you're fearful that that it's going to go red, or your fear is on your losses where you're like, I fear that it's just going to, that it's going to keep going red. And then you just fucking tank. right? Fear. A lot of people think fear. Oh, I'm gonna fucking that's gonna impact your green trades as well. And then hope. I hope the trade comes back. I hope the trade keeps going. I hope that I just get to break even, right? As soon as you, and I always say, I used to say this a lot, and this is another piece. I'll tell you guys right here. If you ever think of the word hope in your mind while you're trading, or any word that's synonymous with the word hope, any other synonym, if you think of the word hope, I'll get out of this trade. I just hope it fucking comes back, or I hope it does this. You are emotional and you've already lost. Now, it might work in your favor sometimes, but you are cooked. Yeah, I need this. I want this. I hope. I desire. All of those words. You are done. You are cooked. And that's one of the easiest ways to, because it's not the emotions that's going to fuck you guys up, yuck and wealth. It's not the emotions that's going to screw you up. It's not recognizing that you're violating. It's not recognizing that the emotions have taken over. That's what's going to fuck you up. So if you catch yourself using one of those words and you practice, snap out of it. Snap out of it. I taught myself very early in my trading career, if I start saying I have hope and I want this to come up, or I just want to take profit up here, or I really hope it can come back, I'm like, I taught myself, snap out of it. Snap out of it. Just go. Get out. Get out of the trade, because you're gonna feel good exiting that motherfucking trade when you snap out of it. Trust me.
You know what I used to tell people? I used to tell my students, the second you involve God in your trade, you need to close the trade. The second you're like, God, please just bring me back. Please take me back to entry. I promise I'll close. I promise I'll close if I just see break even. So yeah, you gotta close that bitch.
You got to close that. So, Yuck, let's start with you, Yuck. You were the first one on stage. What's your biggest emotion of barrier right now with trading?
I'd say just making the switch to futures about a month ago. I mainly did it just to reduce the risk, right? So these prop accounts are, only so much money. And, you always think about, oh, I could get this big payout. It's only, 100 some bucks for an account. So it doesn't really matter. Right. Only $100 reset or whatever it is with a code or anything. So that might seem like not that big of a deal, but I've been there, and I don't know if anyone in the chat's been in there, or been there before, but I mean, how many people have blown like multiple accounts in a couple hours? Like not even just a day, like one trading session.
Shit, I blew 5. Yeah. I blew 5. Yeah, I blew 5 yesterday on accident.
Yeah, I blew 25 at one time.
Oh my god! I sat on the couch.
He did that on purpose. He did that on purpose. I know what he's talking about. He did that on purpose.
A week ago, I sat on the couch and blew 5 resets before I got up off the couch, and I had that moment of like.
I had one day I did 14 resets back to back.
14 is crazy.
If I go on my TPT, I could probably find it.
So you feel like you're chasing gambling. You're chasing dopamine. You want a thrill, because I mean, there's really no other reason to. I mean, you're not entering with any rhyme, reason, or purpose. There's nothing to it. You're literally just gambling. So you're chasing dopamine.
Yeah, and then you get that. You go and you look at yourself in the mirror, and you're like, "What the fuck did you just do, bro?" Like,
right.
And you'd rather be down. I wish I was only down 1 reset. I wish I just logged out or whatever. So that was the biggest thing I'm struggling with. And I have it written above my screen right here. It says it's called trading, not gambling.
You're a tattoo artist, yeah?
No, I just hang around a bunch of them, and they fucking hand me out.
Give you all your shit.
You
should go fucking get tattooed on your hand or something. Discipline over dopamine. So next time you go to buy an account with your thumb like this, you see discipline over dopamine. You're like, oh shit, I should stop fucking doing this.
Bro, my dumbass almost got 0 DTE on my fist.
Well, that would have been a grave mistake. Yeah.
Yeah,
that would have been great. And then why don't you, now you also, as the option selling, why don't you use the option selling cash secured puts to fund your futures accounts like I do? Like I told you guys earlier, I do 150 bucks a day.
Right. You should sell. A lot of people don't know the option selling max way, right? Like take the passive income from option selling to fund your future accounts, compound the future accounts, and take that bread and put it right back into the option selling. That's the real max way. That real estate program that fucking hits. So I mean, if you're using profit to make compounding gains, that's one thing. But you're just what'd you say?
I found it.
You're just using fucking straight gambling degeneracy. So like what are you going to do or what can you do to break that pattern?
I mean, just come up with rules, right? So I just came up with rules. I don't trade if I don't have like, I only know like as far as reading candle, I only know what a 3-bar looks like. I don't know anything else. So if I don't see that, or if I don't hear a call out in power hour or morning show,
Right.
if I don't hear someone who knows about this more than I do, I don't try to get in early. If I hear, you saying, "Oh, if this sets up nice, this could be a long," I'm not hitting buy until I'm 100% sure that that's a decision I need to make.
Right.
But dude, it took several blown accounts to really realize that.
And remember, just like you said, when I say that during the morning show, and then I always follow it, I try and teach everyone now, it's not the candle you think you should enter on. It's usually the next one. You wait for things to play out before you enter. That's the biggest key. You can't enter on like one of the biggest examples is how many fucking new traders I see using like an RSI or a MACD or any kind of momentum oscillation indicator. So many people use momentum oscillators, but so many people use them wrong. They wait for it to dump into the extremes and they're like, okay, now it's a buy. That's absolutely incorrect. When using momentum oscillators, shitty ones like RSI and MACD for your day trading, you're supposed to wait for the momentum to flip back into the extreme confirmations before you enter, just like you said. So it's never the candle you think it is. It's usually the one after or a couple after that's going to be the setup, right? When you see the bottom of a chart rounding, you don't want to be like, I'm going to time the bounce here, here, here. You want to wait for it to round and even break structure back to the upside for that jump. And that is where you need to go. And that comes with patience. That comes with discipline. That comes with a bunch of shit. So you gotta yuck. If I had one thing for you, I would just tell you right now, fucking losing sucks. And stop chasing the losing feeling. Be patient. Patience pays. Stop chasing fucking dopamine because you're looking for that high, but it can't feel good losing all the time and having to reset those accounts.
No. If you want to go gamble, that's what the casino's for. I'll go to the Hard Rock.
And I fucking hate the casino. I hate it. I don't ever have fun there. I like to go hang out with my father-in-law, but I hate the casino. And that's what a lot of people look at prop firms as, the online digital casino to the stock market world. Yeah, this shit makes me feel good. And guess what? Statistically, 93% of y'all are just gonna blow a fuck ton of money and go on to the next dopamine hit or start trading some other dumbass shit. So don't be a statistic, bro. Don't be a statistic. Be patient.
No, yeah, it's if I cannot lose more than $53 in a quick trade tomorrow, I will pass my first eval. So
you got it. You got it, Yuck. You got it, Yuck. You've been here a long time, brother. You've had some big downs, and you can dig your way out of anything. Trust me. I've lost a lot more than you have, and you can dig your way out.
We'll start small.
For sure, bro. I mean, if you see the picture that I had posted in the chat, just to show you guys, as transparent
what
as
a
can be.
Loser! I thought you were kidding. You actually fucking
as transparent as, bro. I'm transparent, bro, and I don't have no reason to lie to nobody. That was 9 months ago when I was tapping into futures, and I was, like I said, I was used to buying these accounts that were $1,500. So when I saw these $100 resets, I reset. I think in one day. Let's go. I'm gonna go look one more time. There's also a pro account reset in there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. $1,200 resets plus a $1,500 reset. It's almost $3,000 I spent that day. I never did that again. I got sick of my own shit and never did that again. And that's why when I tell people the shit that you've been through, we've been through it, or at least I've been through it. And when I tell you shit, it's for you to learn off my mistakes. There's no point for you to go through the same thing.
Right.
This shit that people don't understand is that they're gonna keep trying to do what I just did. They're gonna try to do it and fucking reset and reset and reset. And they try to rush their process. And that's what I was doing. If you look at it, I did 2 resets and then I reset a pro account. So what did that mean? I have been pro before. I reset the pro and blew it. And then I reset 12 more times after that. And it's because I was trying to rush the process. And you know what's the funniest part about it is I'm trying to rush a process that is still a 5-day to pass. So the reason that I really love, take profit out of most of them is that 5-day forces you to chill. It forces you to calm down and not rush it, because I came from Top Step. That was the first and only other broker I've ever used. And it was a 2-day pass, and I would try to get 4,500 and pass. So that's what I was coming from. And then I went to Take Profit, and I was still trying to make the 4,500 when I still needed a fucking 5 days to pass. So I'm trying to rush a process that's literally forcing me to delay. And after that day, I realized I don't have to do this type of shit. I don't need to rush the process. And the problem was I was trying to rush it because I've gotten to the next step already. I've gotten the payouts already. When I did that day, I remember the day before I had withdrew like 25K. So I was like, okay, I'm playing with profit. Let me reset, keep going. It doesn't matter. But that's not how it should be. A lot of these people have never gotten to the final step and they're still trying to rush their process. I was there already. So I had it in my head that I really just wanted to rush it, but I had money to play with. A lot of these people don't have the money to play with it, and they're still trying to rush the process when they can't afford to rush it. They can't afford it. If you can't afford to rush the process, what are you trying to get to the highest level for without putting the work in? How are you going to go play in the NBA if you don't even go to a college team? If you're not even going D1, it doesn't make any sense. These people are playing at LA Fitness but want to jump into the NBA. You have to put the work in. It still doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't. So people need to get that understanding, and they need to step back into reality. We look at these numbers all day and people get used to it. Oh, I made 2K on demo today. I made 3K on demo. And then they get to the pro accounts and they go fuck it off. It's because they're letting these bad habits lead into getting into the funded account. I tell people that all the time. Oh, bro, I blew my funded account the first day. How did you get the funded account? From the bad habits that are now leading into the funded account. So just because you got funded doesn't mean that you did good trading. And that's where that's why we preach that comparison is the thief of joy. Because a lot of these people are going to compare and they don't know what somebody did to even get to the funded account. You get what I'm saying? Bro, I can go grab 10 accounts right now, YOLO them bitches, pass them shits, and no one's going to know that I YOLO to pass them. But they're going to be like, damn, Llama got 3 million funding. Oh my God. That means I'm a... But you don't know that I just fucking YOLO'd them shit. So in this industry, a lot of people need to do their homework. You need to do your homework on who you're watching. And that's why me and Max preach transparency, because no one's as transparent as us. And I know a lot of these motherfuckers firsthand in person. I've met a lot of these motherfuckers and I know who's cap and who's not. And y'all need to do your homework. Y'all need to do your homework, because you're looking at people that are still trading fake accounts, trading demo accounts, trading marketing accounts, never posted a withdrawal. You're like, a lot of these people are looking up to traders that have never withdrawn any bread. They're looking at traders that have never passed a prop account.
You're looking at content creators.
You're looking at content creators. That's the thing. That's why I talk the shit I talk, because I could back it the fuck up. I really can. I've been trading live with Max here for 5 months in front of over 1,000 people, and I'll occasionally just post a withdrawal just to motivate people. I'm trading in front of y'all. Y'all see the trades. Y'all take the trade with me, and I'm going to show you these payouts are real. A lot of these other gurus are just going to get on a little demo account, never show you the broker, and then they're going to show you a Ferrari. Buddy, I know how this works. I've been in the field. You get what I'm saying? I've been in the field. So people need to do their homework.
That's why today I told Llama, I told the staff, I said, man, the first thing I got to do today is fucking tell everybody, 1,400 people, that I popped all my accounts for the first time since March.
I was like dreading it, bro. I was like, fuck, dreading it. But I would not come out here any other way. It was the first thing I said when I came on the podcast. I popped all my shit on some dumbass hedging that I fucked up on, and it's no one's fault but myself. And I got to keep grinding. And then Llama's 100% correct. 100% correct. Wealth, real quick, Wealth. I mean, you've been up here just hanging the whole time, but what's going on? Talk to us. Well, first of all, where are you from?
I'm from Greenville, South Carolina.
South Carolina. I appreciate that. How long you been trading for?
I'd say probably about I've been learning about trading and everything for probably about 2 years, but I don't know. I started off all over the place. I started with options, watching Invest with Terry. Then I moved to Forex, and then I moved to futures. So I kind of
You
just
started learning options with put it in reverse Terry.
put it in reverse Terry. Hey, that's funny. Nah, it's some lady. Her name was Invest with Terry.
Put it in reverse Terry.
Put it in reverse Terry.
Okay. And so now you're moving on to futures.
Yeah, I just got onto the futures. I joined job I've probably been in here probably about 4 months. I'd say about 4 months. And I kind of I listen to y'all. I trade with y'all a little bit, but my biggest problem is probably my trading psychology. I don't even know. I be up on trades. I lose a lot of money because I'm the greedy type, and I'm starting to see that now. Y'all just spit a lot of game, and that just made me think about how I'm going to take my next steps on trading and stuff. So, because I just opened me up. I bought me a one of those top 1 instant funded accounts. I don't know if it was a good idea or not, but
Terrible idea. It's a terrible idea. It's
terrible idea.
And it's like I said, bro. If you don't got it, you can't be greedy. You're wishing on a star. If you don't got the bread, how can you even be greedy? It doesn't make any sense. You're trying to make something out of nothing.
Right.
You're trying to get to that final level without hitting the first. A lot of people say, "Oh, I want my first payout to be 5 bands." Buddy, pull out a band. Like, what are you striving? And I tell people this all the time, bro. This is gonna be the last free chicken I give y'all. I do not set goals for myself. And I'll tell you why. Yes, I have milestones. Yes, I have accomplishments, but I do not put a goal up for myself because that is either A, gonna limit me, or B, gonna make my psychology get fucked trying to reach the goal. So if I want to make 5 bands and I'm at 4,800 and I take another trade to try to hit the 5 bands, I'm going to open up more risk and have more opportunities to lose money. And if I have a target of 5 bands, what if the trade can run for 20? I'm limiting myself. So a lot of these people put this number in their head and it's never a realistic number. Never. It's never a realistic number. They're trying to make X amount of money.
Right.
Without even ever making that much money. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense. You need to lock in. That's that comparison shit. That's you trying to compare and people are getting funded. So now I'm going to get the instant funding so I can go grab one. There's a reason they drop them shits and it's never beneficial to you. Never.
Facts.
Right. Going straight to funding. I mean,
I did I got some I got a take profit account and I won like 3 of y'all Apex accounts when y'all was doing all the giveaways with the Tory.
How are those accounts doing?
Those accounts are actually decent. I blew one of the take profit accounts because I traded 5 minis when I was supposed to be trading micros. Dumb. I was at work though, so I trade while I'm at work. So I be working and I'm still trying to listen in and still try to get some trades.
Very hard. Yeah, that's very hard.
Yeah.
You just gotta trade. And I can't stress enough too. A lot of people trade, bro, and they're not comfortable. Like if you're at work and like you really not comfortable, right? Like you really can't say that I'm 100% focused on what's going on. Like and how many times do you look up, look down, and now your trade is red, and now your lapse of judgment is gone. You know what I mean? Your trading plan, what trading plan? It's already out the window. So if you're going to be trading at work, it's possible. I know a lot of people that do it, but you really have to be able to focus and fine tune your strategy around the fact that you're not going to be 100% in. You know what I mean? You're going to be 1 foot out at all times.
Yeah.
I can't
That's
even listen
very
to
tough
music
to
when
do.
I'm trading.
Yes, a lot. Some people like to. I can't listen to music. Well, I'm on the morning show and I'm entertaining and doing all the entertainment shit. But like, I can't do anything except focusing on the charts, try and wait. And you guys saw my chart. I don't know if anyone of you was here this morning. I'm 1 minute, 2 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute on SPX and NQ back and forth like a 80. I have my ADHD on full display this morning. That's why I'm like, man, y'all don't want to watch me trade. It's just like clicking back and forth like a psycho. But that's how I lock in. That's how I focus. My focus is just a little bit to the left and right limits compared to other people. So if your focus at work isn't, if you can't lock it in somewhere, if it's just all over the place, you're gonna have to change it up, or maybe wait till you get home and hit a London session or an Asia session or something else. Because also people always think, oh, if I don't make my money by 9:30 to 9:40, I won't have another opportunity today. But that's also bullshit. We're futures traders. The market's open right now. You had an opportunity the last 26 minutes. You had an opportunity in another hour and a half when in Asia opens. You got another opportunity at 3 a.m. when London opens. You got another opportunity at all times. And so this whole fucking, I need it like, in the first half hour of the day, first half hour of whose day? You know what I'm saying? Like we're worldwide. And so you gotta be able to figure that out. And greed, I mean, listen, like Llama said, you don't have a right to be greedy. You know what I mean? Like you're making money, okay. You ain't making as much money as you think you could make as as a futures trader. That's what he's saying, right?
Right.
You can make. It's realistic to say I can make $5,000 this week. Is your salary right now $250,000 a year or more?
Nah, I'm trying to get it there. I mean, I got a couple little
Right.
businesses I'm trying to get going and stuff. But
If you make $5,000 this week, think about telling someone, yeah, I make about 250 a year. Like 250 a year. I'm a 1%er. That's crazy to even say out loud.
That's a 1%, yeah.
Right. And that's what Llama was saying is so that unrealistic, like, you don't have the right to be greedy. So next time you see green, especially on Apex, if you don't learn how to take it, you're just going to wind up popping more accounts.
Right.
Pretty gay.
Real shit.
That's it.
Right.
That's it. Good shit, boys. Lock in. Fucking dig deep and just decide like I'm a trader, bro. I'm a trader.
Yeah.
And nothing feels better to a trader than to say I did the right thing. And even if my trade was wrong, I still feel good about taking that loss because I didn't fuck up today. And that's it, baby. That's
I
it.
tell people every day, bro, I chase discipline, which is very hard to do while entertaining. But when I'm really focused on trading, bro, that's all I try to do. Chase discipline. Was I disciplined today? That's what I care more about. And I don't care about winning or losing. I care about being disciplined because I already know my strategy works. I already know my strategy is very profitable. So whether I win or lose, it doesn't matter. I just want to know, was I disciplined? Did I stick to the strategy? Did I overtrade? Did I over leverage? Like, what did I do for the day? And was it the right thing? Because like I said earlier, those bad habits are way harder to get rid of than good habits.
100%.
It's very easy to fall back into that bad shit. Very easy. And I do it sometimes. Like I said, we're normal people. I fall into those bad habits all the time. But I try not to keep them. And if I do it, it's because I'm fucking bored and I'm doing some dumb shit.
And if you're coming like from from options to here, you don't have to have bad habits. If you learn right the first way, you can shorten that time a lot.
Word.
Right. 100%. 100%. Good shit, fellas. I expect nothing but some fucking results from you guys. Time to change this shit around. There's so many people struggling in the trading. You don't gotta be a statistic. You guys can fucking make it work. You can make it happen.
Yeah.
And get it done, boys. Remember, see green, take green. Patience pays. All the cliche, dumb, gay shit that we say is the truth. And there's a reason that we're going to keep saying it. And we're going to keep digging it into everyone's head. One and done. That's the only thing I can say. You're gonna be, especially with them Apex wealthy like that. That's the only thing we can say that's gonna get you guys right. So we appreciate y'all. And
That's off my stage.
get the hell out of there. What were you about to say something?
Nah, I was insta kick him.
Wealth didn't expect that. Hit him with that gun lavish. He didn't expect me to hit him with that gun lavish.
Right.
Two more good people, bro. Two more good ass people just struggling with psychology and shit.
I mean, it's the hardest part of trading, bro, and people don't take it serious until they've been trading for a while. And the funniest thing is that all of the people that paid for my mentorship, the people that were, had the balls to pay me $5,000, have been trading for over 6 months. And they know that my mentorship is strictly psychology. They learn the strategy within the first 4 or 5 calls, maybe less, because the course is included. But they're paying for the psychology, and it's always people that have been trading for over 6 months to a year, 2 years. Those are the people that start to understand. I've done this strategy, this strategy, this strategy, this strategy, and it's not working. I'm the problem. My psychology is the problem. And those are all the people that have paid me. That's the funniest part. The beginner traders never take psychology serious. Never. They never do.
Never. I mean, even if they try and focus it on psychology, then they lack on the other stuff. You know what I'm saying? You're lacking on the trading plan. You're lacking on the accountability. Like, I focus on the psychology, but then your entries suffer, right? So it's so much like, it's like a balance. It's like a balance. You got to balance 3 different scales at the same time. You got to balance these scales. And it's like, my trading plan and my fucking strategy is so good, but I lack in the, and then there's this huge one, right? The emotional aspect, the fucking awareness, the discipline. That's the big one. But then you got this little tiny one over here that's accountability, and you're just trying to balance these 3 scales. It's like, and you could argue that all 3 of them matter the most. And that's like, you meet someone who's like, nah, my trading strategy is so fire. I don't really need fucking discipline because the math works and my entry system model is so crisp that if I lose, it's fine. But most of the time I win and I'm good. But then it's like, okay, but then when you start hitting those losses back to back, then what are you going to do? How are you going to follow up with your crisp model? Well, that's when you need to focus in on the discipline. And that's the big scale. It's the big one you got to weigh while you're trading. And that's the toughest one. That shit's fucking hard. That shit's real fucking hard. I mean, I mastered it. I was beaten into submission. I didn't have no choice. Law enforcement, corrections officer, military, 10 years, working nasty, fucking doing nasty jobs and stuff. I think all of the first responders, law enforcement, military, veterans, police, firefighter, every nurses, if you're anything like that, I always find it the most astonishing when they struggle the most with discipline, because it's like, damn, like fucking Shalissa's dumbass. She popped her fucking PA account today, and she was so close to getting her first payout, bro. She was so close, like within $1,000 of her first payout, and she blew her shit back to back. And I'm like, yeah, and she's a full blown registered nurse, and I'm like, there she is. I don't want to talk about it. Look at this. And I always think, I'm like, damn, like, how could you get that close to the finish line and fucking let it all rip? But you know what? I feel like everyone has that negligent day where, it's just like negligence, complacency. I'm so close, that itch to finish, right? Like you just drove 6 hours, bro. You just drove 6 hours in the car and you got 20 minutes left. I just want to floor that fucking car and do 130 miles an hour and get home so goddamn bad. But home doesn't feel good because the fucking power's out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know, but you don't know. And what Llama said was so fire earlier. He's like, you don't even know what it's like. So it's crazy. It's crazy. Damn, but Shalissa, I'm not even talking to her ass, Llama. She hit me with the, I blew my shit today. And then she hit me with the, are you mad at me? Like, don't even talk to me. Don't even talk to me.
Report her TikTok after this. But Max, this is what people need to understand. This is what people need to understand. Why are these prop firms so profitable? Wind back to what I said earlier. Let's see. Were you guys paying attention? What did I say earlier? I don't have any what. I don't set any what for myself. I do not set any goals. These
No
prop
goal.
firms set a goal,
Llama
and
gets
when you
no
gotta
goal
make 9K and you're
no
at
goal.
8,800, you're gonna try something stupid and
Right.
pop the account.
Right.
Talissa was so close to her first payout because there's a rule to get the payout, and she popped the account.
Well,
People need to
no.
understand this shit. People need to understand this shit, bro.
Yeah, she's gonna try FFF now. FFF is very much more beginner friendly because there's no trailing drawdown, and it's gonna help a lot of people. And then TPT teaches the best patience because you have to have 5 days to pass with a strong consistency. So FFF and TPT, I mean, those are gonna build good habits. But like I said, if you can get funded and paid out on Apex, you can get funded and paid out anywhere because it's very hard to see green, take green, and be disciplined day in and day out. And it's very tough. It's very, very tough.
Yeah, I mean, I tell people all the time, bro. When you get that pro account on TPT, they have the unrealized gains, and they always ask me, "What should I do? What should I do? How do I get out of the buffer?" And I always say the same thing: close and green. It's very simple. It's very simple. Close and green. The only time I adjust my trading is when I have accounts in buffer trying to create the buffer. And it's because I'm now trying to close in green and I don't want the unrealized gains to take me out. So I'm going to close green. I'm going to trail close because I don't care about rushing the process.
Right.
And I'm someone that can rush the process.
Right.
You're someone that can rush the process.
Right.
We've gotten payouts. We're sitting on bread. We're real traders.
You know what's crazy as fuck? You know what's crazy as fuck too? Like I know I mess around when I do this.
One and done, fuck nigga.
For Gunno Lavish, but when I say one and done and I lead by example, I know I mess around when I have that shit, but like the game for these props and for all these farms, the game, y'all don't know, but the real game is to keep you in your seat trading. That's the game. If I keep their asses in that seat trading, they're gonna overtrade, they're gonna oversize, and the natural human instinct and emotional response that any rational individual would have is gonna take over and they're gonna pop that shit. And that's what they fucking do in the casinos too. They do all the same shit in the casinos. How do I keep them comfortable and keep them in the seat? That's
free
the
drinks.
game. That's
you
the
can eat
game.
at the table.
Right.
You get massages, bro. The casinos got there's a reason there's no clocks in the casino.
No
There's a
clocks,
reason
no
there's no
windows,
windows in the casino.
perfect air temperature. And guess what? Guess what my house is right now? My house right now, my little studio, no windows, no clocks, no nothing, perfect air. I'm chilling, talking with my boy. I'm having a great time. You can't tell me I'm not in the casino when I'm trading. It's the same thing with everybody else. You're comfortable, you're chilling, perfect gambling conditions. The game is to keep you right here. So if you can be disciplined enough to be like, I made my bread, regardless of the size, get the fuck up out of the chair. Get out of the damn chair. And once you get out of the chair, people are so afraid. I'm going to show you. Let me show you why. I think I've shown this chart a couple times. Most of the time, I show it to all of my coaching students during the discipline section. I always show this to my students during the discipline section. But the discipline is the most important thing when you're trading. So if you look at this chart right here, production, pull up this chart right here. Look at this. One trade, no trade, no trade, one trade, one trade, no trade, two trades, one trade, two trades, $1,000 withdrawal. Pull out that ROI. Get that ROI as fast as possible. I got an ROI on this prop. I don't need to fucking worry about anything except continuing the good habits that I built. Look at this. 3 trades, one trade, one trade, one trade, no trade, 2 trades, one trade, no trade, no trade, no trade, $4,884 withdrawal. $5,884 where I didn't even trade 7 days that month. And most of my days were one and done with 1 to 2 minis. Easy. Consistency over everything. Get out of the casino and listen to those 4 core pillars of psychology success. Thebigdaddymax is four core. And that's the biggest one. One and done.
fucking get risk reduction, reduce that risk as fast as fucking humanly possible. Oversizing is the same thing as emotional sizing, and if you're too emotional, that means you're too oversized. And number four is as easy as your why. That's my why. Why am I trading? Why do I sit here every damn day with a stressful ass job? I'm only 15 years old now. I just turned 16 years old. Look at me. I look like I'm 35. And once you have those four pillars of psychology, my why. Everything I do for Amanda and my family. Do not fuck this up. And I see that junk every day right in front of me. It's right in front of me. I can't miss it. It's the first thing I see when I sit at my desk. And I gotta tell you guys, I gotta write a new one because I got my little baby girl now. And I have become the best trader I've ever been as soon as my daughter was born. And I think because of my core four principles right there, my why has gotten so strong that it just reinforced the other three big ones for me.
Who wants to bring us some thick shit, bro? We've had straight guys on stage. Like, where the thick shorties at?
You know, so you know Llama's been drinking. That's how you know Llama's been drinking. Llama takes one drink. Llama takes one drink, and all of a sudden he starts scoping the whole chat out for fucking women.
I'm a shorty right here. Oh my god, Italian shoes! I promise you. Come up on stage.
Who?
I got this band loading. You better not be a fucking guy. I promise you, you're banned.
Bro, that's an anime character.
It's gonna be the easiest band in my career.
Agriculturalist, geologist,
I'm a counter. I'm telling your wife you're looking for thick women. Oh my god, ZBB snitching your fucking band.
No, this definitely has potential to be a woman.
What's the bio? Trader,
agriculturalist, geologist, and painter. This definitely could be. I mean, and he or she has the chick profile picture.
No, and they does have. Yo, camera's on, bro. Like I'm ready to ban, bro. I'm in the mood to ban somebody. Camera.
Is that a child?
No.
I know. Oh, she's a voice changer. They roped me. Nah. Yo, that boy Doc is in the chat.
This camera on.
We don't know. Here we go. Oh, so you are Italian shoes. You are the trader, agriculturalist, geologist, and painter.
Yes, that's me.
And which of those is your favorite?
Geologist.
I am.
Geologist. Llama, do you know what geology is?
You know the capital of Florida.
Tampa?
That's geography. No, it's not Tampa, by the way. What the hell is geology? What's geology? I thought it was geography.
Study of rocks.
Oh, you study rocks.
She's an agriculturist and geologist. She's like,
I'm actually in the trade right now. I longed gold.
Wow, you're a trader?
Put out the chart,
Yep.
bro. Just put out the chart. Shorty in a trade. I got you with a
Well, my
signal.
shit's tweaking. Hold on. I'm tweaking. Hold on. I'm tweaking.
Damn. So you study rocks. How do you get into studying rocks? My boy said he smokes rocks. That's crazy.
What about a rock? Is it like a?
What was interesting about a rock to you? Like I need to study this shit.
You're trying to dig up like fossils and shit, like dinosaur bones or something. Like, what kind of geologist are you?
That's archaeology.
Oh, well, fucking excuse me for being retarded.
No, I'm just explaining. So the fossils and stuff's part of it, but it's more of carbon dating, minerals, metals.
So, like, you just fuck with rocks?
Yep.
Where are you from?
Jersey.
Jersey girl.
They got rocks in Jersey?
What kind of rocks
in
Jersey?
A lot of sand.
So you got sand, right?
You like sand?
Sand's just crushed up rocks.
Oh shit. Yo, she's smart. How old are you?
Word, bitch. Word.
I'm 32.
Damn. Okay. What, like, I really need to know, like, what made you say, I need to study rocks. Like you just saw like a nice rock. You like, damn, it's a thick ass rock. Like this shit's sexy. Like I need to study this shit.
I started with chemistry, and then I realized that I didn't want to be stuck in the lab all day.
Okay.
So
So you wanted to get out of the science in the house, and you want to do some science outside, and you picked rocks. Okay. I mean, Cam Patterson fucking loves rocks. Cam Patterson loves rocks. Absolutely. Let me ask you this. You're a painter too? Do you have any of your artwork near you? Is that
I
your
do.
artwork on
I
the
don't know
wall
if
right there?
you.
You
Yeah,
got one? Can you go grab it?
it's huge. Well, I can.
Can
I
you
guess I
just
can
pick it up real quick?
That's what she said.
You baby. Let me see. You painted that?
Yeah.
Oh, you on some fucking you on some
Can you
Bob
zoom in?
Ross, you on some Bob Ross type shit. Some beautiful trees.
Can you go a little bit closer?
We're just gonna put a beautiful bush over here.
Wait, so you paint like for real?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
real.
like oil
How
paints.
much you charge me for a painting if I wanted you to paint some shit?
Depends how big you want to paint it.
Not that big.
Like a 36 by 36.
36 by 36. Couple $100.
Damn, you on
All
some
right,
real
nah.
painter type shit.
You
Okay.
know I paid for art before. You want to see the art I have?
Yeah.
No, real shit. I'll show you, Max. Look, you gonna fuck with this.
Bro, I'm a huge fan of art.
I have one right here.
I've been to the Louvre 4 times.
Figure out how to show. This is the one I've been working on.
Wow. What's the inspiration behind that
ready,
piece? What's the inspiration behind that piece?
It's old traditional Indian paintings. So there's a bunch of
So,
lotus.
Max, you ready?
Are you Indian heritage?
Yes.
Yo, Max, you ready?
Yeah,
You ready to see what I got?
turn the dumb shit around. We're ready. It's gonna be like a money or a dice or something. It's gonna be like money.
Just gonna be him. I got it. That makes sense. Do you have it hanging in your
Pretty
bedroom?
good. That's pretty good.
I got another one. You want to see it?
No, you are hella retarded. You are actually hella retarded. Hold on. It better not be you. Bro, this better not be you. This better not be you.
Aw.
You and Kim.
That's
You and Kim.
adorable.
That's pretty good. Whoever drew those did a great job.
It's all pencil straight out of Africa.
African pencil.
That
I like
was my first thought.
African pencil. Very nice. Happy trees. Yeah. So you're a painter. Okay. You like the rocks? Let's dig into the next one. What kind of agriculture are you into?
Hydroponic.
Hydroponic, like marijuana?
Like weed?
Well, you could do
You got
everything
weed?
else in hydroponics, but yeah.
When you mean hydroponics, you're just talking about like indoor bright white lights, like fucking.
You talking about that sativa?
Hydroponics, you could do it outside too. It's just growing
What's a
plants
hydroponic
with
then?
more water
Is that
than
Bubba Kush?
soil.
More water?
Yeah. So like you can grow all the vegetables without needing soil.
Where the fuck did you go to school at?
Jersey.
There's no way someone from Jersey is this intelligent.
Why not?
Right.
You seem very intelligent. You're an implant. You're from Jersey?
Yeah.
Did you go to Princeton?
No. I wish.
You dishonor your
Did
family.
you grow up in a traditional Indian household?
Yes.
So your
They
parents
wanted you to be a doctor.
your parents were like
They
very
tried.
like, right, you're gonna
How are they, Max? How are they? You're about to do it.
she's
You're
Indian.
racist fuck. Don't do it, you motherfucker.
No, they basically told her you're either a doctor, you get a good degree in something, or you're gonna be slanging this fucking bread out the back of the kitchen like the rest of them. You're gonna be mixing
Right,
you're gonna be
Well, I
mixing
have siblings who
that
kind of carried the torch, so I didn't have to.
Nice.
Really?
Nice.
Really?
Sister's a lawyer and brother's in physics. So I got the easy way out.
Damn.
tough.
Damn. The whole family's cooking tandoori over there. You guys are doing very well. Damn.
So how long have you been trading?
Little over a year. It started with
You
crypto.
profitable? You like it?
It's difficult, but
Very hard.
money's better than working a desk job.
What is the hardest hat that you're currently wearing? Trading, agriculture, geologist, or painter?
Trading.
Trading's the toughest. Isn't that crazy? You can do
Yeah.
all of these awesome things. Like being a fucking artist is very hard. I can't even draw a stick figure straight. And I can trade, but I don't know anything about rocks at all. But like all this very intelligent. You seem so intelligent, and trading is the hardest.
You.
Isn't that wild? You're in a
I
gold
just
long.
lack discipline.
Someone
That's
said
the
that
only thing
gold
I've
is
found.
tanking. Someone said gold is tanking right now. Are you currently getting cooked on your gold
I got
trade?
out. I got
Oh,
out
okay.
as soon as.
So you just took an L right here on the podcast right now. You were trading gold.
That shit just
Well, I'm
melted.
in 300. I got out while I was up. As soon as I
Okay.
got on call.
So you
Smart,
made an
smart, you
intelligent
see that?
decision right there. So what's the problem?
I go on tilt.
You
When
go on
I-
tilt. You seem so sweet and like nice. And what you going on tilt?
Yeah. It's just you're like so close to getting it, and then you're like, yeah, I can do it, and get a little too confident.
Right,
Then you
right. Yeah,
realize you can't do
confidence.
it.
Confidence. I used to say confidence is the best thing to have, but confidence and compliments can cause complacency, and that's something that I used to say. And I don't want anyone to compliment me on my training, and I don't want to be like confident to the point where I come off arrogant or some shit, But you got to have some kind of balance there because it's very hard. It's very so.
The
You
market
study
doesn't
rock.
care.
Look at that picture of llama. So you study rock. So Italian shoes, where does the name Italian shoes come from?
It's an old joke, like between friends. We were watching James Bond movies.
I see 007, Italian shoes,
Yeah,
007. So is that some kind
and
of
he was wearing
association?
Italian shoes.
Right.
And
Is
it's
that one of the associations with one of the characters, or it's just like a play on the shoes?
just play on shoes.
No, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Jersey girl wearing many hats, very intelligent. Trader, are you trading on props?
Yes.
What are you trading on?
Apex and Perdia.
Per D. I don't know what that one. I've never heard of that one. And then what kind of Apex account are you trading?
50K.
Nice. Were you able to snag one of the 1,300 I dropped the other day, or is this something?
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, you guys heard that. You guys heard that right. One of my 1,300 accounts I dropped $43,000 in giveaways. Hell
How
yeah.
did you count them?
I contacted the manager at Apex and said, I need to know how many accounts you gave out and the type. And we added them up. Well, Logan added them
Wow.
up. And the average was $43,200.
Wow.
And that brings our total to $106,000 we've given back in a free Discord. Pretty damn
Well,
amazing.
Thank you
Pretty
so
damn
much.
cool. No, I mean, it's no problem. That's what we're here for. Well, absolutely. Yeah, she got something. That's what I'm saying. I can't see, what does you going on tilt look like? Like you get pissed off? You got like a Jersey attitude problem.
I get confident that I can do it. It's like, oh, another $200, I could do it. But the market doesn't care that I'm confident. So then,
Market don't give a fuck about none of us.
yeah.
Max is
And
going to
then,
be here. Llama's going to be here. The market's going to be here. But are you going to be here tomorrow?
That's the struggle.
That is
And
the
I
struggle.
also don't like trailing drawdowns. That's like my biggest struggle.
It's very hard.
And Perdia doesn't have that.
Closing
So.
green. We gave a lot of sauce out about that. It's just about closing green, don't get greedy, trail close, and just compound the gains. And really just focus on the structure. Structure is very important.
Yeah, especially with Apex, you see green, you got to take green. That's the easiest rule, and then don't overtrade. I mean, that's the two things. If you can take a green trade, log off, and go to the next one, you'll absolutely crush Apex. Absolutely crush Apex.
I hope to pass this one. I'm going slow and steady on this one.
You what to pass this one?
Yeah.
No, what'd you say?
I plan to pass this one.
No, that's not what you said. Did everyone hear what you just said? Did everyone hear that? Didn't I just talk about this? You guys heard that, right? Perfect example. What did she say? I hope to pass. She's thinking with emotions already. She already
I'm a
lost.
girl. I can't turn off these emotions.
You can turn off the emotions. Llama's not a girl, and he's emotional. He's very emotional.
I'm a
It's kind of,
Cancer.
yeah. He's basically a ballet dancer. So
Oh, wow.
you can control. I mean, women might have that might be something harder for women to do, where very with the emotional aspect, where you have someone like me who's just fucking dead rock inside. It's very, very rare you see an emotional response from Big Daddy Max. And so my question is, where are your Apex accounts out right now? Are they getting close to funded? Are you about to pop them? What's going on?
I think I'm only up $300 today on it,
That-
and then
That's great. And what's your
36.
overall? That's it.
Yeah, I just started today.
Very nice. That's very good. You're doing good. And then
Thank you. I follow you guys all most mornings, and
you mess
try
around with
taking
the Big Daddy
SPS
Morning
calls.
Show?
Yeah,
Hell yeah. That's awesome. How long you been watching the show?
a little over a month.
Hell yeah. Very cool. And real question, I just want to do a callback real quick. What the fuck are hydroponics, more water? What does that even mean? So you just give more water to plants?
They just grow in water without having to put sand, soil, anything else in it. So there's
So
no
you
dirt
just
involved.
fill up a bowl of water and it goes.
Yeah, a little bit of fertilizer,
Like
and
when I
that's it.
do my starter for my lemons, I cut them, toothpick them, and put them in water, and then I wait for them to sprout down.
Yeah, that's about it.
I'm doing hydro.
Yeah, but the water has to be constantly moving, so you need a little
Constantly
water.
moving.
Yeah.
You know we got motion over here.
You
That
know,
shit
yeah,
always
because
moving.
we got motion. You know we got motion.
And fertilizer. That's it.
Right.
Wow, well, that was crazy. What an idiot. Italian shoes. I like you. You seem very sweet and nice and kind, and I just can't imagine you going on tilt. And you seem very intelligent. And what is someone like you doing, like fucking around with like us? You know what I mean? Like you're not my normal demographic. Like if I had to do my normal demographic, it's like 91%.
Dumbass.
It's like no, actually, I have a pretty good one. It's like 91% male. Out of that 91%, 88% of them are retarded. And then the 9% women, all over the place, different worldwide and stuff, but you're just like also very nice. You don't seem retarded. You just seem very kind and sweet, and you're trading, and you're wholesome. And so like why are you you are the opposite of Alyssa. You're literally the opposite of my friend Shalissa. Why are you here?
Your win rate. It's unbeatable. I've yet to come across anyone with a win rate like that.
I'm married, bitch. Don't talk about my win rate like that. I'm married, bitch.
Don't give your win rate then.
We not arranging this one.
Pump the brakes. Pump the brakes. Yeah, the only rock my wife got is on her finger, bitch. You hear me? You would understand, geologist
That's why I
girl.
like rocks.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, geologist girl. You ever seen a rock this big? Babe. Real question. Have you ever seen a boulder on top of someone's shoulders before? Have you ever seen a rock just laying like a fucking boulder on top of someone's body before? Because we got Llama on a picture earlier. I don't know if you saw the picture. If we can pull that picture up again real quick. What do you think about this rock right here? Not that one. What do you think about production? If we could just pull up the boulder head, chat, someone get the boulder head for me. That one right there. If we could pull that up from Tebs, big shout out Tebs. What do you think about that rock? If as a professional,
That's so mean.
as a professional geologist, what do you think about the boulder sitting on the over the boulder shoulder holder right there?
I don't have words.
No, nothing. I mean,
It's an expensive rock.
This is a rare find, right? This is a
It
rare
is.
find, right? If we were to cut that rock open, what would we find in there? High blood pressure, cholesterol problems,
Like a
McGriddles,
big brain.
Big brain. I know that's right. And listen, Italian shoes. It's very strange to call someone Italian shoes. Hi, Italian shoes. I'm Max. I'm gonna call you 007.
All right.
007. 007, the woman of many hats. You are awesome, and you are probably the least relatable person I've ever met that watches the show consistently. I don't think that if we met in person, we would have anything in common. But the fact that you're able to come back here and trade and fucking be cool as fuck and hang out with us, I think that's badass. I think that's awesome. I'm glad Llama picked you out of the crowd tonight for having a cute profile picture. And I'm glad you're not.
She said she was thick. She was
You
like,
s-
"I'm thick. Bring me up."
You said you were thick.
I'm not.
Did you lie?
She said that though.
I did.
All good.
She's definitely not.
I'm a
All
shorty
good.
though, so
I'm a
still
shorty.
That's what that was
I
what she
told
said.
you,
She said,
bro.
"I'm a
There's that
shorty."
Jersey
Though.
shit. There's that Jersey shit. I'm a shorty though.
counts.
Nothing wrong with that at all. Miss 007, I think it's badass. She's lying. She's thick. Is she lying, chat? Is she full of shit? She's lying. If she's lying, she's dying. I guess we're just gonna have to wait until the next episode. We're gonna have to pull her ass up in front of 1,500 people on the Big Daddy Morning Show and call her out, Miss 007.
Hi.
Her she wears many hats. Yeah, her resume is thick. That's for sure. She's got a lot of shit that she's got to get done. With trading, it can be a little bit more easy. Miss 007, I want you to open up a support ticket. And I'm gonna send you a free 50K TPT account. And
Thank you.
you are definitely tonight's winner. Llama picked you up, and you are the award winner of the most unrelatable person I've ever met.
Wow. That's an
I think
accomplishment, I think.
I think you're a badass. I think you are. I think it's just so interesting, and I can't believe that it honestly makes me feel like we're doing something super fucking cool here, and we're doing something super awesome. That someone that I don't know nothing about any of the jobs you do besides trading. I don't know nothing about New Jersey. I don't know nothing about anything that you have, but here we are, and you've been a fan of the Big Daddy Morning Show, and I think that's fucking badass. I think that's so dope. So that's pretty cool that
Thanks,
we're
Llama,
doing.
for bringing me
We're
up.
Big Daddy Llama. He definitely
Anytime,
hooked you up.
shorty.
He definitely hooked you up, even though you lied, even though you manipulated it.
It was
She
a
didn't say
white
she was
lie.
thick.
It was a
She didn't say she was hella thick. She said she was slightly slim thick.
hold on.
She was
Hold
like,
on.
"I'm slim thick. You can
Hold
bring
on.
me up."
Llama. What do you mean by that? What's a white lie?
It's just I am still a shorty. I just wasn't thick enough. I'm not. I could be.
What you mean by
someday.
white though?
What do you mean by white lie?
White.
There are different colors of lies.
Well, why is there a white lie? What's that mean?
Yeah. What's up with the
I
white?
think it's just a saying. I didn't make it up.
Right, but I think yo asked me brown lying. Why is it gotta be a white lie?
Wow.
She's
That's
like,
creative.
she's like, God damn.
I got.
007. Fuck with 007. Hey, you are coming up on the Big Daddy Morning Show, so I hope your ass is ready because I'm gonna remember this conversation, and she's definitely coming up. She's gonna be like, hell nah, I ain't fucking coming up there. Of course, we know the saying. We're not idiots. Of course, I know the saying. It's called entertainment purposes, guys. We had
You
that.
said you didn't know anything about anything, so I wasn't sure if you knew.
She thought you were stupid as fuck, you dumbass
No,
idiot.
that's not what I meant.
Oh, because I'm a high
It's
school
literally
dropout.
what
You
you
think I'm
said,
fucking
though.
dumb?
No.
Like you basically say you don't know shit about shit and you're white. Like those were the words that came out of your mouth. And then you also said you're slim thick.
Dang, you've been talking a whole bunch of lies. Actually, 007, you kind of fucked up. No wonder. Actually, now I know why
It's a
she's
side
here.
game. I can't help it.
Now I know why she's here. She been lying out her ass. She been talking some shit. She's racist. She definitely belongs here. Now,
Oh, yeah, I didn't.
she's from Jersey. You know what? I fuck with you. We are relatable. Hell, you're my dog. Hey, you my dog. Girl, open that support ticket and get your cute ass off my fucking stage.
And get your cute ass out of here. Yo,
Cute ass
slim
off
thick
my
ass.
fucking stage.
Slim thick ass out of here.
Yeah, you got. Hey, I
Yeah.
twist. Hey, you can't say shit to Big Daddy Max. I'm a straight actor, comedian, bro. I'll twist anything. I'm a professional llama. I'm a professional shit talker. What the fuck is that photo,
That's that boy Nick A30.
bro? Bro, she's crazy, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like you could tell she was kind of slim thick though, bro. Like you could,
Nah, she's Indian, bro. She's hella
them
thin.
Indians be, them Indians be
Chat,
thick, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
chat.
Just saying, bro.
I don't know if she is or isn't, llama. I don't care if she is or isn't. I'm not here trying to.
Why you focused on that, Max? Bro, you lock in, bro.
I'm not trying to be focused on the Indian baddies in the chat. All right, I'm not focused on the Indian baddies in the chat. Unless
Which ones are you focused on?
unless you trying to cook me some vegetable samosas with some garlic naan bread with a little bit of the chutney dip with a little bit of butter chicken tikka masala
Ooh,
with a little bit of that spice that gets you right
ooh.
with a little
With
bit
a
of
little
that.
mango.
How with
lassi.
your mango chutney head ass with your tandoori looking cute ass.
Hey, she said I'm a good cook,
Unless
but
you're trying to throw a little bit of
vegetarian.
that curry my way.
She be capping. Now she says she's a good cook. So she study rocks, she trades, she draws, and she cooks, and she thick. Come on now.
Well, she's Indian.
I
She
think I
might
did
be.
a W pick. That's a W pick.
You fuck with vegetarians?
W pick.
Mama? What if she's a vegetarian?
I'll tell you one thing, she might be a vegetarian, but I got meat for her. All right, show's ending, guys. It's been in 2 hours and 25 minutes. We've been on a fucking roll, guys. It's been too long, guys. We've been here for way too long, guys.
Yo, my guy. Everything we do is for entertainment purposes only. Nothing we do is financial advice. Thank you for watching, traders and haters. We have officially given out $104,863. This has run way too far. Production, you're out of control, guys. You're out of control, guys. If you want to trade like me and Llama, if you want the psychology, if you want that deep shit, check out Pay to Play University. It's one of the best in the game. Check out the Mastermind Futures One course. Check it all out. We're not here to push it. We appreciate you all. Tune into the Big Daddy Morning Show every fucking day. The market's open at 9:30 a.m. And tune into the Power Hour special with our boys Logan and Javi. And of course, don't forget to tip your staff, guys. Tip the staff. They work so hard. Our girls, our staff, and our moderators. They work so hard. The girls, all the ladies, Kyle, Burgundy, Paulin, Jamie, all four of the ladies working so hard. Make sure to tip the staff, buy them a cup of coffee, assist Kyle in his gender reassignment surgery. And then, what is this fucking shit people keep popping up? I don't know.
Did you say assist Kyle and his gender reassignment?
Yeah, we're going to help Kyle out. So, guys, we appreciate you all. And don't forget, as always, if you want to support us, the podcast, the team, the celebrity guests we're going to bring on, and everything that we're trying to do here for you all that we ask is that you hit that code BDM and P2P. If you're going to buy a prop account anyway, we have all these wonderful sales: Take Profit Trader, Funded Futures Family, Apex, Alpha, Tradeify, and Hero FX. All of our partners here also just doing wonderful shit, epic fucking deals we got. And all we ask is that you support us by using code BDM, code P2P, and really, we're closing out May. And Llama, you got anything to say?
Yeah, I do, little Jew. It was a great it was a great pod, guys. I think today we gave out hella fucking chicken, guys. It was fucking amazing. I hope you guys actually get to learn. I hope you guys were entertained while we were here, but you do get to take some of these serious moments that we have and actually take them serious, because we want to see the best for everybody. We're back on tomorrow, guys. And the Max way
Is the only way.
you're gay.